Hi guys, I'm Easy5D from Easy Studio, and this is the first in what will be a series of video for learning Python in Cinema 4D, the artistic way. In short, I call it LearnC4DPY. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay guys, so as the name states, we'll be learning how to code in Python inside of Cinema 4D. And for a while now I've been trying my best to make this as artistic as possible. What I mean by that is I've been trying to make it without all the maths and shit. Of course we'll be going into some math, but I just think of it as not really into programming that much, just something to help you improve your workflow in the minimal way possible. So a short disclaimer before we get into everything. Please, before getting started with the series, note this is a side project I have been working on and a lot might change. I honestly do not think I have the time to complete all 3 versions that I want to complete, but I am damn sure I would complete this version. This is the version 1, which is the artistic one. Version 2 would be more into maths and stuff. Then version 3 you'll be able to see both of them in action, like the combination of 1 and 2 with some updates and scripts, looking at it from a different perspective and all that. Well, that's just how I want to layer them, but either way, this one should help you greatly. At least we'll be going into a few scripts and stuff. So now that that is done, keep watching at your own risks. Alright, so this is the PDF, and yeah, you'll be seeing this palette, and you don't have to worry about that. That is just the color palette I am using for the whole thing, as you can see here. So LearnC4DPY was a project a small studio X-Talent I was working for asked me to work on for teaching others how to use code to improve their workflow. And at that time I think it was 3 softwares, yeah, kind of, yeah, 3 softwares, but we mainly used Cinema 4D. So this is just the rewritten version. I have rewritten it, and as you can see right now, this is just a glimpse of what we are doing. I got like 64 pages rewritten for now, but that 64 pages is quite a lot because they are, I think, smaller than this, at least this size, so you'll be able to get a lot. So now the question, who is this for? So just as it states, this is mainly for beginners trying to learn to program in Cinema 4D, but it's also useful for people porting to Cinema 4D and want to familiarize themselves with how coding works in C4D, or the intermediate programmer, which the beginning part isn't really what you'll be looking at if you are an intermediate programmer already. But I promise you, like from yeah, from 6 you should be able to, you'll be able to get some new things from the book, and if not, then definitely from 13, that I can assure you of, you'll be able to get new stuff from here. So question 3, how quick do I update? So it is somewhere around here. So I update at most every month or less, at least for this series. For this series I'll be updating every month or less, because I will have to write, try and make it artistic or something like that. Don't focus too much on the code and try and make it in a way you guys will understand. So what should you watch out for? So you see, I don't know the meaning of these 2 words, script or code, so I just use them anyway, and I don't really give a shit. But either way, once you hear those two words, yeah, that is exactly what I'm doing. I mean the same thing. So literally the code you write or the script you write, so they mean the same thing. So you want to learn about me, this is about me, just go through it. All right, since we are done, let's see what I have for now. As you can see, it's not a lot. Please, you guys can give me ideas. There will be a drive link in the description below where you can get this and where it will be constantly updating. So you just have to keep on downloading. I'll just modify the versions and you just keep on downloading on the drive link, and that should be that. So you have a folder where you can give me topics to write on, but here what I currently have. And yeah, you should definitely comment in the description below if you have something you want to be added and you already have the idea in the drive link. Just write us short comment below. I will be sure to credit you if it goes in line with the style of this first version of LearnC4DPY, which is of course to help artists in a way that the mathematical aspect will not end them up in this. Yeah, that. All right. So classes at a glance. Note I am not yet done, so don't panic. We're just getting started. I know this is small. This isn't a lot, but for now, yeah, I'll apologize in advance for the 11 11 11. I haven't got the time to sort that out yet, but we'll surely be doing that. So where do I begin is how I introduce you guys to Python, getting comfortable with Python and C4D. Like this one goes history of Python a little bit. I know that print statement, I don't know. So literally, so things I don't even want to get into, but I had to go through it because you guys have to learn from the beginning. So getting comfortable with Python and C4DPY. Yeah, this one is, let me see, where do I begin? Just give me a minute. Okay, so the best way to learn is a bit of Python. Let's get familiar with Python. Okay, so I guess this is where I just introduce you to how Python works, and then we start your introduction to Python. And yeah, that is definitely one of the best you'll be seeing, because I mixed both the artistic way and the normal introduction to Python stuff that you would normally start with. So a lot of research went into that. I mean, I literally took a week or so to complete that because I was trying to get it as artistic as possible. You see, I've been mentioning that, but that is exactly what I'm trying to do with this first version. So loops, yeah, I know that is like a leap, but you've got to learn loops and iterations. Those things are the things that give problem the most, so the faster we tackle them bit by bit. So here is something. You see here I have revise and details. So loops, these loops just give me allowed me to remember why I had this. So basically we explain it in, like, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10. So we explain loops in like scale of 3 in a scale of 1 to 10, and then once we get here we like get up until 7. So we just introduce you bit by bit by bit by bit, mixing artistic versions, and in places where it cannot be artistic we just brute force our way through it. But I'm damn sure we'll be going through the artistic way a lot because I'll be explaining a lot of things for that. So talking to Cinema 4D is when we'll start not using print statements any longer, because mainly the beginning of this part will be using print statements and all. So learning about modules, we learn the concept of modules in Python. Then finally we get into Cinema 4D, and these are essential. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All this should be enough to get you up and running to build anything you want. Actually, I think I am done with 1, 2, 3, 4, but I haven't added it to this one yet. But I think yeah, I'm done with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is just the attribute that remain, and layers are kind of like a freaking Cinema 4D. So I really don't want to get you guys into all that trouble in the beginning, but either way, we get yeah, we're getting comfortable with the C4D Python docs. Yeah, this is let me see. So this is the Cinema 4D Python documentation, and note we would not only be using it, we'll be using both the Cinema 4D Python documentation, C++ documentation. Yeah, so we'll be using both because there's some stuff that are really annoying inside of this one, which we'll be using which will be taken from the C++ documentation, but that probably might come in the version 2 probably. But yeah, I would get you guys comfortable with it so you'll be able to read the documentation, understand it, and be able to use stuff like, okay, let me just open one right now. Good idea. So now you just look at this and then you get g user area dot get height, and right now you can just put this in there. You just so you basically would have to learn how to work with this and get it up and running inside your code, so something like that. So the beginner project are just a few projects we'll be creating in order to use everything we've learned, and then revise and details just as I explained. Then we'll update ourselves and give you more details about everything, better details. This would be really long. Then finally we'll get into, yeah, this too, which I think should be put down. Yeah, which I think should be put down. Yeah. Fun stop script and scenes, which is the one I'll be looking forward to the most, is basically we just go online, look for something to do, and you guys bring an idea. Most of the work will be done by you guys, and that is that. So up until down, yeah, we create a token, plugin, program types, and all that shit. Oh, and finally the layout. Um, where is it? So this is the layout which you guys will be learning to create, but honestly speaking, that is way too outdated. Finally, this is the layout I am using. So we've got script vertical and script horizontal. I hope this is useful to you, so stay tuned. Make sure you keep creating. Definitely make sure you click on that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.